Hello YouTube friends. I wanted to give you an update on the large seahorses in the 300-gallon aquarium. I'm getting nervous because some problems are starting to appear. Not too long ago, Coco had passed and I wasn't sure why. And then if you look on the right, the large golden seahorse, Jojo, she's been scratching and breathing heavy, and Poseidon has been breathing heavy too. So I decided to perform a diagnosis and treatment. To do this, I'm using a 2-gallon tank and filling it up a good portion of the way with reverse osmosis water. You can use a container anywhere from 2 to 5 gallons. Reverse osmosis is best if you have it, but if you don't, make sure you dechlorinate your water. Then I put the tank on top of the main tank to adjust the temperature. I let it sit overnight. And then the next morning, when the temperatures were equalized, I started measuring the pH level in the treatment tank. And I had to make some adjustments to make it match the main tank. Then I put the seahorse in, and I'm looking for one of a couple different behaviors. Oftentimes seahorses that don't have any parasites bothering them will just be calm and comfortable. Here it looks like Jojo is just exploring. She doesn't know where she is, but she's not really panicked. Another behavior is they might just lie flat on the bottom like they're dead, which is a defense mechanism. Here we're about 3 minutes in and she looks pretty calm, but we have to wait until we get to the 8-minute mark. If we hit the 8-minute mark and we don't note any thrashing behavior, then probably she doesn't have parasites. Here we are at about the 5-minute mark. And she's starting to be more active, but again, she's not really thrashing about. She's fairly calm. Here she seems fairly calm and we're hitting about the 7-minute mark, but again, we're waiting for that 8 minutes. And if nothing happens at 8 minutes, then we'll put her back in the tank. But we're going to notice a shift. Very soon she's going to start thrashing. And that means that there are some parasites and the osmotic adjustments are being made, and the small creatures can't balance the water exchange as easily as the larger seahorse. So what's happening now, the seahorse is thrashing because the parasites are trying to embed themselves deeper into her tissues, and it's very uncomfortable for her. And they're going to continue to do that until they finally can't withstand the exchange anymore and they literally explode. But it's very uncomfortable for her. She's not responding to the fresh water. She can handle that just fine for up to 15 minutes. She's just responding to those parasites trying to burrow into her. It's really hard to watch, but apparently this is something that needed to happen, and because she was exposed to a seahorse that she cohabited with who died of heavy breathing as one of the symptoms, I thought I'd better see if there was a possibility of parasites on the other seahorses. And because she was scratching, for sure I had to check her out. So I'm going to let her continue. She'll stay in the fresh water for 12 to 15 minutes. And we'll notice when she hits around that 12-minute mark, she'll start to calm down. There she is much calmer. So that means that the parasites in her have exploded. They've dropped off of her. She's exhausted from the experience. Her color is dark. I keep her in there for about a total of 14 minutes, but it's safe to do so up to 15 minutes. And then I return her to the tank where she tries to reorient herself. It does take her a while to do it. She seems out of sorts, as though she doesn't know where she's going. And she finally picks a spot, just trying to hide. And while she recovers, I treat the other 4 seahorses because they all live together and probably have been exposed as well. When I finish the treatment, you can see there's some white things at the bottom. Those were probably parasites. You can see some white things moving around. I don't think they're alive. I think it's just movement from the water. But clearly there was something in the seahorses, so I was glad that I did the treatment. And when we take a look at the seahorses, we can see that their breathing is much slower and calmer. So I did clear things out. They're recovering, but in the process I discovered another problem. Scout has an ulcer on his tail. So I'll do another video to show how we're going to treat that. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Take care.